What is up, guys? It's Dope J bringing you guys another video. Quick little emergency video, because we got some really big news that just came across my timeline a couple minutes ago. So I figured, why not break this and get this video out quickly? Because I was gonna watch Kill Bill, and then I seen this. I was like, all right, let's make a video, get this out, and then I'll watch Kill Bill and watch the football game later and stuff like that. So we have time. We have time today. So Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to launch November 19, 2026. As I'm reading this off of my iPad, they put up a statement. They said, hello, everyone. Grand Theft Auto 6 will now release on Thursday, November 19, 2026. We're sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. We want to thank you again for your patience and support. While the wait is longer, we are incredibly excited for players to experience the sprawling state of Ladonia, as well as returning to modern day Vice City. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. So the game was originally supposed to be set to launch this year. Yeah, it was supposed to come out this year, 2025. They delayed it to May of 2026, and now it's being delayed again to November of 2026. So I'm having flashbacks to 2019, 2020, when Cyberpunk got delayed twice. And then my alarm started to go off, and I was like, your game got delayed twice, and you're talking about polishing and refining your game. It's kind of suspect. So for a game like this with the budgets, like you guys can look up the estimated budgets that they've been putting out for this game. They're talking about anywhere near $1 billion that they've been putting into money into this game. Obviously, this is one of the biggest AAA development cycles and budgets we've had in the history of gaming. Like GTA 6 is literally the biggest video game in the history of gaming. So, and it's a huge franchise. It makes a lot of money. It sells really well. For me, I'm really interested to see how the base PS5 version of the game, as well as the Xbox Series S and Series X versions of the game, are going to run and how they're going to look. Because me personally, I don't have faith in the base PS5 version of the game looking or running well at all. When you start to understand all that they're trying to do with that game, hopefully the PS5 Pro specific optimization for that game is a really good optimization. But also, like, I don't know if it's going to be worth it for me to even get the game on console, because I mainly play on PC, right? And by them delaying the game this long, they're taking the release of the PC version of the game and essentially making that closer to the launch of RTX 6000, as well as RDNA 5 and Zen 6 and whatever the next generation Intel CPU architecture is going to be as well. So by the time the PC release comes out, because they don't, if you understand the recent history of Rockstar Games, the console port comes out first, and then the PC port comes out a while after, right? Like a year, maybe a year and a half after the console port. So for PC players, I would say wait and see how the console version of the game is, right? Because the game has gone delayed twice. I think that the console gamers are really going to be the early beta testers of this game. And while this game has a lot of hype and anticipation, it's also something that I'm like, yeah, I don't really care to get this game on console day one because of this recent news now. Like, I was willing to compromise and buy the game on PS5 in May just to play it and say, hey, like, let me get through the story and experience it, right? But now I'm like, I'm gonna skip the console port altogether and get it on PC whenever it drops on PC, right? Because by that time, I would have upgraded my PC, new GPU, new CPU, new everything. And I was thinking about upgrading to a 5080. And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna stick with my 3090 for a while and just wait for RTX 6000 and Zen 6. And I talked about this in the previous video when I did my coverage of the RTX 5080 Super, 5070 Ti Super, and 5070 Super, about, is there any game that's out currently that has you say, I need to upgrade my PC? If not, then stick with what you have, right? I think for GTA 6 and Witcher 4 were the two games that made me say yes. Like, I'm definitely going to need to upgrade my PC for what those two games are going to do in regards to open world, the NPCs, what they're doing with AI inside that game. Like, you want to have an upgraded system to be able to handle that and run the game smoothly, because they're going to be leveraging newer technologies inside those games. But with this delay, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to have any FOMO with this game. Console's a skip for me. I just have this feeling in my mind that the console port of GTA 6, there's going to be something wrong with it. Like, I can't pin it down what it's going to be. Is it going to be image quality and resolution? Most likely, especially on base PS5. I've talked about this before. Like, while the base PS5 is a capable piece of hardware, there's been multiple AAA titles that have come out on base PS5 that's had really, really bad image quality on that system. And now you have the PS5 Pro, and that's been out for a little over a year now. And the results of PS5 Pro titles are hit and miss, right? Which made me say, yeah, I'm not really gonna go for a PS5 Pro, especially when I have a PC that's more powerful than the PS5 Pro, and I have more upscaling options on my PC than the PS5 Pro as well, right? So I think that GTA 6 is going to be something that's going to be better on next gen, which should be around 2027, but that's to be determined. And that's why it has me thinking about a lot of different things in my mind of like, okay, they're delaying the game to November of 2026. Which is essentially a year before when we're supposed to get next-gen consoles. So they're gonna sell PS5 and Xbox Series X copies of the game. Then they're gonna have a port for next-gen, which they'll have you spend another, however much that game's gonna be, $70-$80 for that version of the game, like they did from 360 to Xbox One and PS4, right? Where you bought the 360 PS3 version, then there's a separate version for PS4, Xbox One, and then there's a separate version for PS5, right? Like, this is the way that Rockstar is going to milk multiple console generations of 80, even $90 for a copy of GTA 6, much like they did for GTA 5, right? While the PC guys, you got the GTA 5 version of the game that you bought, right? And then they gave you the enhanced version because you already own the legacy version of the game. So I feel like console gamers are going to get screwed the most with this delay and how this game is going to be on PS5 and Xbox Series S/X. So let me know your thoughts on and opinions on the GTA 6 delay. I think that this is a really, really big deal, and it's emblematic of what's going to happen with this game. And like I said, I'm a PC gamer, so I'm giving you my perspective as a PC gamer who owns a console. If you own both the PC and the console, wait for the PC port. And if you're debating about getting the console version, don't buy it day one. Do not pre-order this game day one. Do like I did with Cyberpunk 2077. Wait for reviews. Wait for multiple people to get their hands on the game and see if the game is actually polished. Because when they say they're delaying the game to polish it, it can either be really, really true, like with like The Last of Us Part 2, when they delayed the game and they really polished the game for day one and it was really, really solid to play that game. Or it can be a Cyberpunk 2077 situation, which the game is just completely broken, lots of bugs, lots of glitches, and they just have to ship the game as is and fix it later. So I hope that GTA 5 is more of a Last of Us Part 2 situation in regards to the quality and polish of that game day one, and not a Cyberpunk 2077 situation. So let me know your thoughts. This is pretty much it for the video. Peace.